What's happening, y'all? CJ here with your BallerAlert Newsbreak. Let's get it. Jury selection begins today for the men who chased down and murdered Ahmaud Arbery in broad daylight. Gregory McMichael, his son Travis McMichael, and their neighbor William Bryan Jr. are charged with malice and felony murder on the state level. On February 23rd of last year, the men jumped in a truck and killed Arbery in cold blood, completely unprovoked, as the 25-year-old was out for a jog. At the time of the modern-day lynching, Georgia did not have a single law against hate crimes, which is why they were not charged by the state of Georgia with one. However, after the release of the video and public outrage, a federal grand jury in the Southern District of Georgia indicted the men on hate crime charges earlier this year. And while we hope justice prevails, let's not forget that after chasing down, shooting, and killing Ahmaud Arbery in broad daylight, the three men were allowed to leave the scene and weren't arrested until after the video of the incident was made public. That was in early May, over 3 months later. So let's hope that the state courts handle this case better than local law enforcement did. The union workers at over a dozen John Deere factories across the United States continue to strike for the 5th day. The strike started on Thursday, October 14th, affecting more than 10,000 workers in 14 facilities. The workers are striking for post-retirement health care and a pension that they can retire on. The company's offer included a raise of 5 to 6%, but union officials said the proposed contract didn't meet workers' retirement and wage goals. The workers are receiving a lot of support from unions, business owners, and even the president of the Metal Workers Union in Central Brazil has come out with a message of solidarity with the John Deere employees who are refusing to take no for an answer. Fight the power. John Deere workers are not the only employees who opted not to go back to work this Monday. All around the country, people are quitting their jobs, over 4 million just in August. So many that this wave of job openings is being dubbed the Great Resignation. I hear all the time that there are so many jobs out there and how anyone unemployed right now has no excuse. And while it's true there are a lot of jobs available, there are a few obvious reasons that companies are having a hard time filling the positions. There's vaccine mandates, safety concerns, childcare concerns, and wages that do nothing to help alleviate any of those first concerns. The COVID-19 pandemic has given many people the opportunity to sit down and evaluate their lives, their security, their habits, their hobbies, their friends, and their jobs. For a long time, companies have exploited the oversaturated job markets by offering low pay with little to no benefits for jobs that are a pain in the ass. Which is becoming more obvious now that we see a few of the hardest hit industries are hotels and restaurants, retail workers, child and residential care facilities, and healthcare workers such as nurses and other hospital employees. When the pandemic hit, a lot of workers were sent home with nothing but unemployment to feed their families on, while the companies they work for continued to make money by letting go of staff and letting their indispensable employees work remotely. And now that we're getting back to normal, employees who have been working remotely are wondering why they're being asked to come back to the office at all. If the job could be done from home, why get up and join the rat race to sit in a cubicle and do the exact same thing? For people hesitant to get the vaccine, they're questioning why a job would mandate vaccination but not offer health insurance. And many workers like those at John Deere are wondering why the company they work for experiences record profits year after year while their pay stays the same and their workload increases. These are questions that many employers simply do not have good answers to. Thus, the Great Resignation. Colin Powell has died at 84 years of age due to complications of COVID-19. Colin Powell was the first Black Secretary of State under George Bush, as well as the first Black National Security Advisor under Ronald Reagan. Colin Powell was fully vaccinated but had multiple myeloma, a cancer of plasma cells that suppresses the body's immune response. He was also 84 years old, as I mentioned before, and as we've known for quite some time, those who are immunocompromised are at greater risk from the virus. So regardless of your belief or vaccination status, this should not be used as anti-vax propaganda. Colin Powell won the Presidential Medal of Freedom twice, and in the words of former President George W. Bush, under whom Colin Powell served, he was highly respected at home and abroad. And most important, Colin was a family man and a friend. The NBA season starts tomorrow, October 19th, setting it off with the Milwaukee Bucks receiving their rings, raising their banner into the rafters, and taking on the Brooklyn Nets, who will be trying to set the tone and show that they are title contenders with or without Kyrie Irving. The West Coast matchup will be between the new-look Lakers, who have powered up with Carmelo Anthony and Russell Westbrook, and the Golden State Warriors, who are looking to capture some of that magic that they had a few years back when they were competing for titles every year and winning 70-plus games. I'm looking for both teams to come out trying to set the tone, and it should be a good night of basketball. Y'all ready? Today is No Beer Day. Obviously, I'm not participating, but shout out to all the no beers. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.